following is a Jackass Nation production. Subscribe to us on Podbean at jackassnation.podbean.com.
Man, this beat is tough. Coming to you from the Kayfabe studio in Highland Park, Texas. He was born in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Raised by Wilson Fisk on the streets of Hell's Kitchen, New York. And did his studies in FABOLOUS, Sin City, Las Vegas. He's straight out of Compton and brought to you in part by the Offshoots Network. He's pro wrestler, 4-time MPX Tag Team Champion, writer, podcaster, bringing you his opinions on film, TV, professional wrestling, sports, and everyday life. He is the Jersey Jackass, B to the C. And you're listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. On tonight's show,
Michael Schaefer answers fan questions, talk the DCEU and the Arrowverse.
And now, your host, the Jackass.
Yo, 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 yo. It is what it is. And what it is what it is with the Jackass. This is your boy, B to the C, the Jersey Jackass. Hit me up on Twitter at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. Guys, what is going on? We got one hell of a show for you today. Kingsman Michael Schaefer, current MPX prospect champion, came in and joined me to talk a little bit. We answer a bunch of audience questions. We give away a digital copy of Logan, as well as talk the DCEU and the Arrowverse season finale, because he's a big fan as much as I am. But boy, let me tell you what. So before I had Schaefer over into the studio, I had pre-recorded my intro for this week's episode, pre-recorded my outro for this week's episode. Turns out that I did not save the intro. So I had a full intro set, ready to go, and it didn't save. And I'm telling you what, guys, it is 12:30 at night right now, and I am too damn tired to re-record the entire damn thing. So, fortunately, the episode that we recorded was pretty damn long and good, so we don't need that long of an intro, so this one's not going to be too damn long for you. We're going to get right to the point, and we can get in and out of here and bring on the Kingsman, Michael Schaefer. But before we do that, guys, I got to tell y'all that there are two sides to everyone. The side we see and the alter ego that remains hidden. Explore the secret nature of some of pop culture's favorite heroes in June's Loot Crate theme of alter egos. It includes Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, Optimus Prime, and the DC Universe. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service which provides boxes of geek and gaming-related merchandise, and as always includes a monthly t-shirt and pin. And right now you can get a discount on your box of loot just by going to lootcrate.com/SCNSLive. Put in the promo code SCNSLive at checkout, and you'll get yourself your first discount for your first box of loot. You do not want to miss out on this. Do you want to see some of the really cool stuff that Loot Crate has? All you got to do is go to youtube.com/SCNSLive and check out our unboxing videos. And in there you can see all the cool different things, all the different items and whatnot that all come out of Loot Crate. We get a lot of really cool stuff, and we always like to show all you guys all that cool stuff. So go and check that out and start getting your Loot Crate right now. Guys, I made my MPX return this past weekend. I want to say thank you to everyone who was very supportive of me showing up there. Some of y'all booed me. Some of y'all cheered me. Either way, I want to say thank you for being there. Thank you for showing support. It was a hell of a show. I had a lot of fun. I can tell you this. I am sick and tired of feuding with Frankie Fisher. I think that is officially done because we have punched each other in the face enough, And, man, he hits hard. Real talk. That's no more of that. Nothing but love from my old partner, Frankie Fisher. This weekend, we got one hell of a show going down at MPX. It is MPX Survive the Night. Tony Strong will take on Eddie Scott. DTF defends against the Radical Athletes. Xavier Daniels and Jason Silver go one-on-one for their third time in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The Tommy Becker takes on Stephen Kirby in an I Quit match. Frankie Fisher will take on Scott Murdoch, and then Alley Cat makes her return to take on Ruthless Lala and Baby D, as well as my guest for tonight, MPX Prospect Champion, takes on Marcus Rose. It's going to be one hell of a show. It goes down Saturday at 7:30 at the MPX Arena, 510 Hardwood Road, Bedford, Texas, 76021. You do not want to miss out on that. It's going to be a hell of a show, guys. All right, I'm going to get up out of here. We're going to go right into the show. I want to thank y'all. I got a long weekend ahead of me. I am going out to Chicago. Just got back from Austin last week. I got Chicago this weekend and LA next week. And then Willis Point, where there might possibly be a Flying Jackass reunion. I will let y'all know a little bit more about it as we get a little bit closer to that. But get prepared for that. But I got Chicago this weekend. LA, it's going to be busy. The summer season is upon us, and man, is it driving me nuts. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into my conversation with the one, the only, the prospect champion, Michael Schaefer.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jordan Hart, and I am the owner and sole doctor at Athletic Edge Chiropractic. And at Athletic Edge, we offer a variety of services to help you basically be the best that you can be. So we are a chiropractic office. We offer full chiropractic services, including extremity work, as well as a variety of soft tissue techniques and deep tissue laser therapy. So, if you're in need of some body work, give me a call. 214-883-9550. My email is drhartdfw@gmail.com.
All right, so, Jackass Nation, I am here with one of my closest good friends, friend of the show, MPX Prospect Champion, the Kingsman, Michael Schaefer. Michael Schaefer, what's going on, buddy?
Man, before we can go to our conversation, I would just like to say to all the people out there on their lazy, no good butts to stand up and bow to your future Metroplex heavyweight champion, your Kingsman, Michael Schaefer. Now, Ben, it's great to see you.
I don't want to correct you because I know you know a lot. You're real good. You're real smart. However, it's not the MPX Heavyweight Championship. It's just the MPX Championship.
Well, I am heavy, and I have a weighted goal to myself. So it is going to be your future Metroplex heavyweight champion, your Kingsman, Michael Schaefer.
You staying Kingsmanish the whole time?
No.
I mean, hey, more power to you if you can do that.
I mean, it's who I am. Really.
It is who you are. It is who you are.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Gotta love it. Gotta love when you throw that in there.
Oh, it is. It's fun. It's punny.
It's funny.
Yeah. So.
Mike, Schaefer, my bad. I called you Mike.
Hey, man. It's cool, Benjamin.
Touche.
Yep.
When was the last time I had you on here? Was it the Deadpool one? I know you were on Go Home a while back.
Yeah, I did your Go Home thing for, I believe it was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I did last year's WrestleMania with Shane and Taker, or the one in Dallas.
Yeah.
And then we might have done another one in between that, but it was actually February of, I believe, 2015 with Deadpool.
Golly, man. Yeah, it's been a minute.
That was Deadpool, right? 2015?
Yeah. 2016.
2016. Yeah, sorry. Oh, it's 2017. I'm stupid. Yeah. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's been a pretty much an entire year and a couple of months. Since
Yeah,
you
well,
had me on It Is What It Is.
Shoot, it's good to have you back. Good to get the Kingsman on here. And Prospect Champion, you've already defended it 4 times.
Yeah.
So what happens if you lose it before you cash it in? Okay?
Why would I ever defend it?
Okay, but see, look, here's the one thing. You know me, I'm not a singles guy, so I never pay attention to the rules of singles championships.
But yet, you're single all the time when I hang out with you.
Mas puta.
Zinger.
So you don't have to defend it again.
As far as I'm told, at least this is a non-title match, if I'm not mistaken, with Marcus Rose Saturday. So, believe when I'm right and ready to, whenever pretty much Money in the Bank style, cash that baby in to become your new Metroplex Wrestling heavyweight champion, your Kingsman, Michael Schaefer.
There we go. All right. We like to hear it. We like that. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you do get it.
And, you know, if I actually do it before August, correct me if I'm wrong, not only will I be the youngest Triple Crown champion in MPX history at 25, since people wanted to know my age in the questions when we get onto those later on, I'll also probably be one of the fastest to ever do it because I won the tag titles against you and Francis, you know, even though that's done with. So we won that with Lawrence, and then I won the Prospect Championship, obviously, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And then before August, once I become your new Metroplex Wrestling heavyweight champion when I cash in the Prospect Championship, then I've been a Triple Crown champion in MPX in less than a year.
It's not bad.
Man, I've done it all practically at that point. Then I'll be at the top of the mountain where I should have been years ago.
So you should have been top of the mountain years ago. Does your current rise to get to the top of the mountain, does that have anything to do with your new boy Eamon?
I mean, not really. You know, I pay him to, you know, do all the stuff that I really don't have time to do. You know, he does my laundry, he does pretty much anything I tell him to do. But when I'm in the ring, it's all about me. I don't tell him what to do while I'm out there, you know. If he somehow, some way comes into the match, you know, I'm not the one doing it. I even get on to him in the back afterwards because I can do this on my own. But other than that, you know, he's just a guy I pay to help me do the things I can't do. I don't have time to do.
There you go. That makes sense. You know, all right, like you said, you know, I got on Facebook. I've been doing this lately. I've been asking for audience questions and whatnot. So we got a lot of good ones here. Some fun ones. They directed at you, directed at me, directed at a bunch of everything. And speaking of your little homie here, Toya Davis asks, my question is, why do you treat your supposed manager like crap, and he still works for you? I
mean, well, first of all, he's not my manager. You know, he's my butler. I pay him. So, I mean, you could say
no, he's not really Alfred, because, you know, Bruce and Alfred, they worked well together. He's more just a hired help, huh?
I mean, see it as you may be, but I mean, at the end of the day, once I've had this help of mine, you know, I've pretty much risen to the top of the ranks here.
Yeah.
So, like, do I have to like him? No, I pay him to get my jobs done that I cannot do.
Yeah.
So, do I have to be nice to him?
No.
No, because you know what's nice to him? The paycheck he gets once a month.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like, it's simple as that, so...
Well, Andra Simmons wants to know, she's got a couple questions here. Did you graduate from charm school, and how did you acquire such manners?
Well, I mean, my mom raised a great man, for one. You know, it takes a parent, which none of these people seem to have had in Metroplex Wrestling, or these addicts, or whatever they're called. But, I mean, yes, I went to school, and I was one of the best in the class. I had perfect attitude, I had perfect attendance, I had everything in school.
Yeah. Well, and this is a good one. This one I asked a question also from Miss Simmons here. Do you miss your beard and all that hair you used to have? Because you used to have a lot of hair.
Yeah, I did. Is it here now?
I miss my hair. Remember when I had nice hair. I had beautiful locks until Jerome made me shave them
debatable,
off.
But I mean,
bro, come on.
What? I don't really remember, honestly, at that time.
We
tagged once. It was a 6-man tag that I helped you actually beat Jerome before your hair versus hair match. So.
Right, I remember that.
And but I mean, if you want me to be honest, I kind of grow the beard every now and then I'll trim it down. It just kind of just gets annoying at this point.
Well,
so,
especially living here in Texas, it gets hot here in Texas.
A little bit. So I miss it at times. I want to grow it out, but then got to have the patience. And again, I don't have the time to do what I want to do because I'm so busy being successful. So Well, she also wants to know when I am going to be a champion again, and my only answer to that is as soon as I have a new tag team partner. I will then get my tag team championships back. Well, I mean, if you're DTF.
I can take out DTF. I'm not worried about them. I am tied for the most decorated tag team champion in MPX history.
Fair.
Kirby. Only person to hold those titles as much as me is Kirby. Yeah. So, Trey Mack likes to ask a lot of questions. He's always the head runner of questions here. And he sent in some questions, I guess, for other people. One of which being John McNamara wants to know McNamara wants to know if either of us are willing to come to SOAR to help him win his fight against the Winner's Circle.
First of all, how's there a Winner's Circle if I'm not a part of it?
Exactly.
And secondly, if the money is right, I might come down there.
I completely agree. I am always willing to go anywhere that anybody wants me. You holler at me, I am ready to make a deal and bring the jackass down there. Or hell, maybe I'll send the jackass Sith. You never know.
Yeah.
Trey also wants to know, for Brandon Mason, wants to know what our favorite Starbucks drinks are.
Well, I actually love the caramel frappuccino venti with a shot of espresso.
That's a good choice. That's good. Did you try the unicorn frappuccino?
Well, of course I didn't. I'm not a liberal, and I'm damn sure not a snowflake.
I had to try it, dude. You can't have a New Day drink and me not go try it.
That's a fair point. I am a huge fan of the New Day, but that drink just looked so awful. And as far as I was told, everyone hated it.
It was very sugary. That's all I say about it.
I do not need the diabetes.
Howard from Trey Mack. Howard wants to know who would. Now this one's more directed at me, but who would win in a tag match between me and Kenny taking on Heavy B and LL Cool K? Now, do you know of the Hip Hop Express?
Sure.
They're a group out at VIP Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
It's not me. Everyone thinks it's me, but that Heavy B character just looks a lot like me. And the LL Cool K, he looks a lot like Kenny Steele. But it's definitely not us at all.
Okay.
But I would have to say that me and Kenny would win because me and Kenny are both wrestlers and Heavy B's just a manager. I don't know what his in-ring talent is. I know he just kind of helps LL Cool K out.
He probably just throws a lot of punches and kicks and throws his body at people.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't say there's much more. He's just like a heavy guy.
And,
good on the mic. Real good-looking fella, though.
Okay. But if y'all would win a match, I would have to go with the tag team over there at VIP, honestly, because for one, Kenny's not good. He might be okay,
but he's
he's
not
that good.
I see what you're going.
And then with you, he'd probably just hold you down. Honestly,
I wouldn't doubt it.
And then you'll hit a spear, but then the other guy's gonna come in and break it up, and then Heavy B might hit you with some type of throwing his body spear at you. I don't know.
You never know. Well, Trey also asks for Carl Knight. He wants to know if Frankie and I are ever going to unite, and I'm gonna take an answer just like you kind of said, and you said if the money's right, you'll go where you need. Well, if the situation's right, me and Frankie will reunite.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You've done some pretty dastardly things. I might not like Francis, but
me and Ajax are good now. All right, he has hit me in the face enough, and I've hit him. I think after this last weekend, we both kind of looked at each other after that match and said, "You know what? I think we're done with each other. I don't want to get hit by Francis anymore."
Oh, fair enough.
Trey does want to know if you are a big fan of the McRib. McDonald's.
What's that supposed to mean? Has that man looked in the mirror lately? Does he need to tell me a food menu? I haven't eaten fast food in 3 months. Okay, I've been on this huge diet. I've lost 20 pounds.
But it's the McRib. I love the McRib.
The McRib, you want my answer? It's awful.
Bro!
It is awful.
The McRib is dope.
It is. It needs to go away. Forever. Pretty much all of McDonald's needs to go away. If you got to go fast food, go with Taco Bell.
Ooh, I do love me some Taco Bell.
So, if you want to go there.
But
I'm done with fast food. Trey Mack, look in the damn mirror. Don't ever insult me with fast food questions. I know what you're going with that. And, quite frankly, I might be big, but no one's more athletic than me. Understand that.
I mean, you're pretty athletic. That damn moonsault, bro.
Yeah, let me lose 200 pounds. Let me see what I can do to other people.
All right, speaking of Carl Knight, he asked, your VIP debut with Lou, from what I've heard, was the match of the night. Moving forward to now, do you feel if a return to VIP could do you better and make an even stronger impact than before?
Well, that wasn't my debut. That was actually possibly my third match there. And even then, all of my matches were pretty much standing ovations at that show. Yeah. I guess I had me and the guys there kind of had a fallout, and I haven't been there in a while. And I probably wasn't ready for big times at the time. We were doing the Manly Man gimmick. It was a fun gimmick, but it wasn't the right gimmick. If you want to go off, shooting from the hip. But I think now if we were to talk and get things moving and rolling, I think the time would be right. I think I would make a huge name for myself.
Then you could meet Heavy B.
I could meet Heavy B and see what all the talk is about that guy.
All right, Coach Matt weighs in with a couple questions.
Coach Matt. I actually like that guy.
How did you get so gosh dang suave?
Well, Mr. Rabbit actually helped me out with some of that here and there. And
Nigel, good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Really good guy. Well, then again, he put me in some crappy fatal four-way. Almost cost me my prospect title on my fourth defense, but we'll get to that later. But, he helped me out. He said, look at you. You look ridiculous, Schaefer. You need to cut your hair, shave your beard, and buy a bloody suit. And I did, and here I am today. Prospect champion, and about to be your future Metroplex Wrestling heavyweight champion.
That was a really good Nigel.
I'm pretty good at I'm pretty good at mimicking people, I guess you could say.
He also wants to know how he can pull off a suit like that. For those of you who don't know what Matt's talking about, not this past year, but the year before, we did a live reaction to the NFL draft on Nerd Interference, and Michael Schaefer was one of our guests that night, wearing a very, very nice suit.
It was a $687 top suit, followed by the $620 pants with some Walmart shoes. I couldn't afford after all that, but I was pretty.
Well, you couldn't see the shoes; they were under the desk.
Exactly, but I'm an honest guy, so I'm allowed to say what I want. But for Matt, he probably couldn't. Honestly,
kind of small.
He's a weird guy. He knows his sports, but he's a weird guy. But I only say that. I might sound insulting because he honestly thinks he can beat me in Madden, which is...
Well, funny enough, that's his next question.
Really?
How will you feel when I destroy you in Madden NFL 18?
He's calling me out on your podcast. I might have to come to Nerd Interference sooner or later.
You just might have to.
Matt. Well, I'll issue a challenge. Let's say Nerd Interference, whenever Madden 18 comes out, I'd like to face you in a live stream. And let's say all Madden rules, Madden 18, 7-minute quarters. Your Texans versus my Bears. Ooh. Watson versus Glennon, not Taberski or whatever his name is. He has to wait his turn. But I will destroy you. You'll probably quit by halftime because the score will be 42-6. I'll give you 2 field goals or a touchdown with a missed extra point.
True story. I'm still the only person to score on Matt.
Oh. Well, he hasn't played a Madden guy like me.
I'm terrible.
So there's your answer, Matt. Give me my answer when you can.
We'll see what Matt has to say. Now, you mentioned your top suit. Let's move over to a top hat approved feller. Brandon Shue asks, Michael Schaefer, why haven't you added a top hat to your dapper attire?
Because I'm not a ghetto Monopoly guy.
That was mean, bro.
Oh, top hats. Yay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to wear a top hat. That's ridiculous.
MPX addict Danny Courageous asked, do you feel like your opponent is worth your time this week? I guess he's talking about Mr. Mike Marcus Rose.
Mike Marcus Rose.
I almost called him Michael Rose.
Oh, wait, it is Marcus Rose.
Yeah.
I forget his name sometimes. Well, I was going to have a fun, match with him. But some rumors have told me that he's been talking a lot of noise on the down low. And so...
well, we do actually, next coming up, we have some questions from Mr. Marcus Rose.
Fine, let me answer these questions before I get to Donnie's question.
Danny, I believe.
Yeah, whatever.
Marcus asks... I'm sorry, these are kind of funny. I can't help it. Why do you look like you've been selling encyclopedias door to door while Iman is at home cooking pizza rolls?
Next question.
What did you do to prepare for your role as Uncle Buck?
Next question.
All right, now I don't have the picture here with me, but it says, was this the original idea when you hooked up with Iman? And it was a picture of John Goodman and Rick Moranis as Fred and Barney from the Flintstones movie.
You're kidding me.
Not at all.
You know what, Marcus?
So, do you feel like Marcus is worth your time?
Well, he wasn't, but he sure has found it. And I'm not gonna lie, this Flintstone picture you're talking of sounds pretty hilarious, but I'm not in a laughing mood anymore. And Marcus, I'm gonna have fun this Saturday. As for you, well, you're not going to remember Saturday. Probably not even the weekend. You're probably going to forget you're a wrestler. I'm going to beat you down so bad after this point. So, yes, I will have a fun time, and it will be worth it. Donnie.
All right. Our next question is actually going to be our winning question, because we are giving away a digital download of Logan. And the winner is going to Russell Harper. So Russell Harper, go ahead, send me a message on either Facebook or Twitter, and I will get you the code to your digital download of Logan. But he asks, serious question that most people may already know the answer to. But how did you get into wrestling?
It's funny. I never actually told this story. But I might. I will.
Okay.
I will tell this story. How did Michael Anthony Schaefer get into pro wrestling? Well, as you can tell, I'm a bona fide stud when it comes to being an athletic, stud as I am.
Absolutely.
And so I was a huge sports guy. Mm-hmm. Middle school, played all the sports. I did soccer, football, basketball, track, pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
And then I go to high school, played football, wrestling, basketball, track, baseball. It's not just track. I threw for track, I ran for track, and I did high jump and long jump for track.
Good Lord, dude.
I was a monster.
Yeah.
So I did it all. I played every sport that I could when I had the time to.
Yeah.
I had some injuries here and there.
We all do.
Took away some scholarships here and there my senior year. We'll cut this down a little short. Graduated, didn't get to college, was working a full-time job. And then a buddy of mine messages me telling me he does wrestling. I'll go ahead and shout him out, Anthony Carrillo. Most people know him as Anthony Mercer. He's like, yeah, man, I wrestle over here. I was like, cool, how did you do it? And he goes, I just trained. Asked him how. He goes, yeah, man, just come down. Went down. And essentially, first I trained myself. I didn't have really a trainer to teach me how to do these things. I had some quote-unquote wrestlers or luchadors, because it was lucha at the time there, teach me how to bump and roll. And then, long story short, a year later, I'm wrestling at 3 or 4 bazaars Saturday and Sunday, and sometimes even Fridays on hard rings, making pennies for money. And then Lil Tony and the Bad Boys found me, and I will always give them the biggest props in my career. They trained me the American way, and long story short, I've been trained with them, doing this and that, learning my way with other guys, and this is where I came. I started literally from the bottom, taught myself, and then with the help of Anthony Black, Seth, and all of them, they really helped me out become who I am. And I just helped the craft and made it into my own.
All right, that's pretty. I don't think I have ever actually heard that story. I didn't know you got in through Mercer.
Yeah, he literally messages me. It was, I don't know why he did. He just did. I guess it was just kind of like a fate deal. So
that's what kind of happened with me. The choice, Matt Andrews, just kind of messaged me out of the blue.
Secret Asian man.
Yeah, Secret Asian man. Just kind of messed me out of the blue. Hey, man, we started our own company. Come check it out. And so I showed up to MBX, started training.
Wow.
All right, next, we're going to get into the bottom of them here. Farron Jennings asks, when will you be challenging the magnificent Malenko?
Malenko? It's not Dean Malenko.
You know what I said? Magnificent Malenko? Because the ICP album is the Magnificent Malenko. That's where it clicked.
Who knows? That's probably where he got his name from.
Could be. I don't
know.
But you probably can't answer that.
Why would I even answer such a question? Like, why would I'm going to do it this Saturday. No, I'm not going to answer such an oblivious question. I'm going to do it on my damn time, when I have time, and it will be amazing once I become your new Metroplex heavyweight champion, your Kingsman, Michael Schaefer.
Well, Sam Bragg asks, does it bother you to have to be on a podcast with the lowly BC?
He pays me to be on here. I mean, what can I say?
That is not true at all.
It's 100% true.
Wade Wilson asks, Lucifer or Gotham? Have you seen either show?
I saw half of season 1 of Gotham. Now, it wasn't that it was bad.
It was pretty bad. Season 1 was bad.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just that I ran out of time at the time. Yeah. And then once I tried to go back to it, I didn't have the old episodes. Now it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I could have time to come back to it, but
season 2 was really good.
I was told. And so I'm going to have to go with Gotham only because I have never seen Lucifer, although I've heard good things about the show.
I would say, on a whole, I think Lucifer is a better show. I enjoy every single episode of that show. I love it so much.
Well, then your boy might go into it. So.
Hey, Jackass Nation, we're going to get right back to the action, but first, we got to pause for just a minute and give thanks to some of my sponsors that help us make this show incredible. So, give me 1 second. We're going to talk to the sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hey Jackass Nation fans, this is Trey from The Offshoots. If you can, please go subscribe to The Offshoots Network, where you'll be able to pick up shows like the one you are currently listening to. Plus you'll get The Offshoots, The Nigel Rabbit Show, Bootleg Radio, The Lucha Lounge with Steve DeMarco, Talking Smack with Christopher Hayden, and so much more coming down the pike. As we grow, we want you to grow with us. Please go subscribe.
All right, Chris Lemche, good friend of mine, good friend of the show. I am the Jackass. He is the Blackass. He asks...
Okay.
It cut you off, didn't it?
That threw me off, man.
Say we were in charge of the Arrowverse. Where would we go from here? Also, he says the Flash badly needs a non-speedster villain. And I gotta agree with him there.
Definitely, it's kind of...
And this is going to kind of lead into our next topic. That's the last of the questions, because we're going to be talking about the Arrowverse finales that recently hit.
We will, and, I mean, spoilers, even though it's going to be a,
week old now.
Yeah, so, man, that finale, I had to call you, even though you didn't watch it yet. I just was so... you've seen it now, right?
Yes, I've seen it now.
That finale... for that episode of Arrow really kind of shocked me. Like, I cannot explain where it goes, because they can't kill off. You just can't kill off, like, 90% of your cast, man. Like, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything until we get into it later. In case
well, I mean, we can go ahead and move on into it now.
Okay,
that's the
fine.
last of the questions
all right.
anyway, so it's a good segue.
Yeah, and so I'm just, you killed off everybody except Oliver Queen and his kid. His mom's dead. Felicity. I mean, like, Spartan. Speedy. Like, I can name them all. Just think of somebody. They're dead. Like,
see, I'm going to go ahead and say they got into the tunnels underground. They got into the prisons.
I mean, obviously, like, something
yeah, it's going to be, and it might be hypocritical of me, because I got really mad at The Flash at their season finale. Because, they you've seen them all, right?
No,
yeah. So they killed off Iris at the end of the episode right before the season finale.
Yeah.
And then they opened the damn finale with, "Oh, we tricked you, see?" And that infuriated me. Like, it pissed me off to no degree, because I was like, that is a cop out. But at the same time, I see this and I go, oh, well, they all followed Slade underground, and they're all going to survive. And that doesn't bother me for some reason. I can't really explain it, but...
Let me explain it this way. Because Slade, that is the coolest character.
Oh, yeah.
That is the greatest... They need to make a Deathstroke, like, mini-series as the CW-verse, and I will be 100,000% in.
Yeah.
Because that guy does a phenomenal job. So a good character leads them to safety and has everyone survive. That's what makes it so cool and so dope. Because he's really like an anti-villain, let's be honest. Then you got Iris. Like, I really enjoy her as her character. She's really annoying, though. Like, when he asked her to marry her just because of... so the future would change. And she got mad and, like, it's not authentic. Of course it's authentic. He's loved you since he's known you.
Exactly.
He just says, well, I should do it earlier. You would think you'd be happy about that. Why would he wait till you die?
Yeah.
Like, and then, like, how hypocritical of you to do your little marriage vows on your phone thinking you're gonna die. So,
exactly.
So, like, I don't know. Like, she just... I think that, like, subconsciously just pissed people off.
Yeah, I wish they would have let that marinate. Like, let her stay dead for a while. Let us think that she actually left the show, and then find a way to bring her back later. Not, oh, they put those weird masks on that make them look different and they switched. No. I
mean, you could have done that, and then once you actually defeated, I can't remember Savitar. I get him and the Arrow guy mixed up. Once you defeat Savitar, then you do at the very end, bloop bloop. Then you do the pop and switch.
See, but what I wouldn't like about that is I wouldn't like that. Oh, so HR. I mean, she was just pretending to be HR for.
But they had to. Episode. They had to, so Barry wouldn't have known.
Oh yeah, true. That could have been. See, but a couple years ago, remember when they killed off Arrow? Ra's al Ghul killed him. I was like, man, how cool would it be if they just had him be dead for, like, half the season? And you're like, did they really just take the main character out?
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
And it was only, like, 2 episodes they did it. Or he came back on the next one or something. I was like, man.
They did it on the, I think the season, like the half finale.
Yeah, the fall finale or whatever you want to call it these days. And I was just like, man, just let us think she's dead.
Fallen Alley.
Touche. And then you just and then somehow you find a way to bring her back that makes more sense later on next season.
But would it make sense?
Does any of it really?
They don't have
sense?
Dragon Balls. Can't summon Shenron. Sorry, had to go there for Dragon Ball. But like, there's no sense. If there was sense, then you could bring back his mom and you could bring back his dad. Which don't go back in time to do it, because then you're gonna fight Savitar all over again. Mm-hmm. But like, so this was the only way they can get it done.
I don't know.
Now that I really think about it, Barry did have to know that way the future did change, and that way the time did become limited for Savitar at the end. Because if he didn't know, then it would still be the same. Like, he'd still have to make the time remnants. So I was a little off on that, and I just remembered. But, like, it just, that's how it had to be done. If they could have came up with another way, cool. But I really couldn't have seen another way happening.
Yeah.
And then, like, if they killed her off, there would have, like, Savitar would be alive. Like, there was no stopping it. Because everything they had, like, that had to be the flip-flop switch.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, yeah, that had to be. But, I mean, I don't know. I just feel that it could have been something else. The writers could have found some kind of way to make that a little more interesting. Because it was just... Now, the fight was really cool. I really did like the fight.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. But here's your other way. At the end, before he went into the Speed Force... they had that little, sitting on the couch deal. They're talking. She's like, I actually have these things to send the people the wedding invitations.
Yeah.
And it took him, 0.73 seconds to run and mail out all of those letters, right?
Yeah. Could he have not just grabbed her while Savitar was holding her?
Well, not necessarily, because he's just as fast with the stab. But he could have grabbed her and flew her to a hospital, ran to a hospial.
Yeah.
And it would have taken 2 seconds, 3 seconds to get to.
Like, hey, she's not too far.
He runs so fast, he can go back in time.
Yeah.
He can go forward in time. So, no, Iris, hospital. Then maybe you could have done, some miracle with a doctor to fix her that way. Maybe that could have been the miracle. Mm-hmm. But instead...
Because it's not like Savitar stayed there. He killed her and left.
He's seen where he stabbed her, so maybe you could have thought of the worst, even though they didn't think worst case scenario the entire time.
Yeah,
but they could have grabbed a doctor that specializes in those type of surgery type deals.
Yeah,
and then
she's gonna get stabbed.
And then take and leave her at the freaking Star Labs. Oh no, it got blown up at one point, didn't it?
I don't think so.
No, that was later on. Yeah. But she gets stabbed. Take her to Star Labs. Have that doctor do the miracle work that always happens.
Exactly.
And then she lives that way.
Could have been something. What about the Supergirl finale? Did you happen to see it?
Man, see, I should have done my homework because I don't watch Supergirl.
Oh, you don't watch Supergirl? Well, here's what I'll say about Supergirl.
I tried it; it was really difficult.
When
when it went to CW.
Okay, so you tried on CBS and didn't like it.
I hated it.
A couple years ago, you would have told me you have two options: Supergirl on CBS or Supergirl on CW. And then you would have told me I would have liked CBS better than the CW. I would have told you you're crazy. But I couldn't. I thought Supergirl on CW was boring as hell all season long.
Really?
And I actually really enjoyed it, season 1 on CBS.
Well, thank you for that. Cause wow. Although I did love her. She is kind of adorable. I did love her in the sing-along episode. Although, that
was such a bad episode.
I loved it. I love musicals. I don't watch Glee.
I love
musicals.
I love La La Land. It was one of my favorite movies of last year. Musical. But that musical episode was so bad.
I mean, it was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it's cheesy.
The writing was awful.
I get it.
I'm a cheesy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my stomach. It's fucking full of cheese. No, I'm just kidding. But, I don't know. I loved it. And I really thoroughly enjoyed. I think Flash did take a step down because I really did think it was another speedster, and it feels the same.
But here's the thing too: Flash set the bar so high with season 1.
It really did.
It's really hard to live up to that.
But season 2 was really up there too to me.
I thought season 2 was okay.
I loved it.
I'd go if I'm ranking them right now. I'm going Flash season 1, Arrow season 2, Legends of Tomorrow season 2. Under that, and then this newest season of Arrow probably.
Yeah, this because that whole thing with Damien Dark, that whole season was awful. I hated it, and it really made me question Arrow at this point.
They just turned him into Batman.
Although my partner Lawrence, I should probably rephrase that. My brother and tag team partner Lawrence Canis, he actually said that this is just Batman from season 1.
Oh yeah,
it's Batman that kills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phrasing, Schaefer, phrasing. But yeah, and so, like, I couldn't get the fact that, oh gosh, this is just Batman, because he swings off ropes.
Especially when the Ra's al Ghul storyline came in, and you're just like, you're not even trying to hide it now. So, and they've mentioned Bloodhaven, which is where Nightwing protects.
Hey.
And so you're just like, come on, guys, come on.
Clayface is going to be the next villain of Arrow.
I know, right? Did you watch Legends of Tomorrow at all?
I did not get I saw a couple episodes of season 2.
The chemistry of that cast is what I enjoy so much.
They do a very good job. Although it's the Firestorm kind of sets me off sometimes with those two. Like, they do a good time. Like, they have good chemistry, but I think it's just kind of like the dialogue sometimes is just real cheesy. Like, they do too much of the argue. But like I said, I've only seen. I haven't seen how it progressed.
It actually really annoys me that in Injustice, Firestorm's in there, and it's not that kid's voice or that Dr. Stein, and the Arrow is voiced by Green Arrow is voiced by Alan Tudyk, and it's not Stephen Amell. But
that's money, man.
I know.
Like, they're not going to put that much money in this game.
They have
just for the storyline, don't they? They have Joker. I know they have Mark Hamill, but that's only for story. They don't have him as far
Alan Tudyk. I mean, Alan Tudyk's not. He was just in Star Wars. Like, he's not. He's not a cheap guy. They have the Batman. Kevin Conroy is Batman.
That's probably where their money went. If you want to be
Stephen Amell, he loves this character. He would have done it for cheap. Like, Wentworth Miller could not be that expensive to get for Captain Cold. Like,
but his voice annoys me.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
It's great. I mean, look, I don't want to hypocrite myself. Like, there's just times where I like, hello, Flash. Oh, you have a chill spot.
And I want to use Captain Cold on the game, but I can't because it's when I hear the voice, I'm like, no, you're not Captain Cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I think Arrow finished strongest.
I mean, it's been a while since any of the shows of the CW. Like, and I'm even a diehard although the Supernatural finale really kind of caught me off guard too. But like, Arrow really, like, jaw dropped. And you know what's funny? I can't remember. I know it's Adrian Chase, but I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh yeah.
But he was on Sirens. I don't know if you've watched Sirens.
No.
That's a really good show. That was one of the USA Network shows that got canceled by 2 seasons. But like, he played like the dumb partner cop for one of the
Josh Segarra.
Josh Segarra, yeah. So he played the dumb cop, the pretty boy dumb cop, with one of the ambulance driver's girlfriends.
Yeah.
Or I can't really. It's been like 2 or 3 years since I've seen the show, but like he played such a dumb, nimwitty character, and I see him on Arrow, and I'm like, what? He's playing a freaking defense attorney. And you know, and I know it's acting, but like sometimes you're stuck on the roles that you're given.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, he's playing a defense attorney, and you know, I don't really read comic books, so I didn't know if Adrian Chase or whatever his name was gonna be. Great, now I can't remember the villain for that. Oh, they called him the Throwing Star. His villain,
Throwing Star,
Prometheus. And then once he became Prometheus, like it became obvious, like in the episode before that they pretty much showed it. But
what happened to the vigilante? Did he die? Did Adrian Chase throw him off the building and he died?
If I remember correctly, he said, "Stop going after Green Arrow. That's my guy." And he's like, "Well, let's do." And they probably did like a unrecorded, a scene, non-scene fight scene or whatever.
Yeah,
you call it.
And you never. All of a sudden, they had that break off, and then we never saw him again.
That's a good point. I have to rewatch. Man, I should have done my homework.
Well, I mean, that's not something like because I don't know, and I watch nonstop regularly.
Yeah,
man. But
yeah, that's a good question.
But it's funny. I've been trying to pull this damn picture up. I don't know where it is. Kenny Steele, who he may be okay, but he's not that good, put up a picture a while back of Josh Segarra at WWE, I think it was SummerSlam.
I saw that when
in the audience
Yeah.
when Stephen Amell was facing.
So, like, yeah, I remember that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, it all makes sense. He's bringing his friends on the show. Oh, that's why he has the defense attorney. Oh, wait, he's Prometheus? Holy crap, he's doing a phenomenal... Like, oh my... That guy was sick of these.
He's been following Stephen Amell since the beginning.
He's been so psycho. He was so good at playing this character.
Yes.
He did such a phenomenal job, and I'm actually probably one of his biggest fans, and I will now, whatever he goes to, I will push, because to go from the handsome dumb cop to being the defense attorney to being a freaking Prometheus of being a psychotic guy, but knowing exactly what you're doing step after step and playing that very vividly was freaking top notch.
Yeah.
And he's freaking hilarious in that show Sirens. Shout out to Sirens. Please make a season 3. Anyways,
we're having one hell of a show here on It Is What It Is with the Jackass, but we got to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Nerd Interference is your bi-weekly source for hot takes and analysis from all the biggest sports and events. Why every other week? It's simple. The coach and the Jersey Jackass BC spew out so much sports talk that they need to recharge. How do they recharge, you ask? By watching sports, playing sports, and eating a lot of chicken wings. Seriously, at least 3 pounds each. So, join your bearded Texas boys every other Saturday live on youtube.com/SCNS Live and follow on Twitter at NI Sportscast.
Wonder Woman comes out tonight. The DCEU gets their 4th film coming out now, and it is Wonder Woman, and the critics are loving it. It is the first film in the DCEU that critics have actually enjoyed. Any thoughts on Wonder Woman?
I did not like her in Batman vs. Superman.
Now, did you not like her, or did you not get enough from her?
I think I didn't get enough from her, because now that I've seen her on talk shows and see like how she is as a person, she really can play that badass. Like, she has she's not like physically fit, obviously. Like, she's not like one of those types, but like the mental, like, she's really smart. She's really witty. She's really, she's strong mentally. I mean, I'm sure she's strong physically. She does a lot of training. You don't have to be
in the Iraqi army.
Yeah, you don't have to be big to be strong, man.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan,
exactly.
So like when I've really found I know she's not playing Wonder Woman on these talk shows, but it just made it more believable to me.
Yeah.
And when I rewatched Batman Superman with her scenes in it, I kind of bought in at that point.
See, now I thought she had a good portrayal as Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman. When she didn't say anything, she just showed up and they just made her look epic. But that's not her. That's not her carrying a movie. And that's what worries me, because if you go back to the Fast and Furious movies, you go to her in 999, I don't think she can carry a film on her own. However, all these reviews really give me a lot more hope and make me even more excited for it, because I have thought this film has looked really good.
And to be fair, it wasn't her movie to carry in Batman Superman. So, you got to give her the benefit of the doubt. And then, I don't know this 999 movie, but when was this movie made?
It came out last year.
It
looked really, really cool. And all the but then I saw, and it was not even just her. It was just a garbage episode.
So again, you can't put all the marbles in it on that if the dialogue was all bad. But I mean, think of it the dialogue was bad in Batman Superman.
But I mean, 999 starred Kate Winslet, Casey Affleck, Norman Reedus, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Aaron Paul.
If you had a bad movie with that cast, that is not the cast.
Woody Harrelson was in it. Anthony Mackie was in it.
Okay, you can stop there, because I'm going to finish the statement. If you had a bad movie with that cast, you did something wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like Expendables 3. It's like, okay, Expendables 1 was good. Expendables 2 was okay. Please stop with there's, and I heard there's a 4th one coming out.
Well, Sylvester Stallone has backed out of it.
Okay,
so
then never mind.
They're going to do it without him. Allegedly.
That's
Yeah, I know.
That's like doing Rocky. That's like doing Creed 2 and killing off Rocky. They almost killed Rocky off. Yeah. I finally saw it, by the way. It was a long time ago, but since we've talked, I finally saw Creed. It was
awesome.
Man, I'm talking about man tears, brother. I'm like, who put the onions on my bed, sir? Oh man, that's such a heartfelt movie. Man, it's almost better than the second one.
I know, right?
Second one's best all time.
Yeah. I don't know. I really love the first one.
No, the first one. I'm putting that on its own. I'm talking about like the ones that could be.
That's what you're saying.
But I mean, it's just that was a good movie. I know we're getting off topic.
Yeah, I know.
But it happens with us, man.
Exactly.
The Wonder Woman movie. I probably will go see it Sunday.
Yeah.
If I don't, I believe I don't have anything to do on that day, or at least at the nighttime.
I'm seeing it tonight at 10:30.
Okay.
So, tonight as in Thursday night.
Yeah, fair enough. I keep saying fair enough.
Yeah, you're doing right.
Do a count. Every time I say it, I want you to put a little ding. Have the fans count that one out. But yeah, I honestly can't wait to see that movie. I wasn't sure about it at first. I only saw one trailer because I know trailers can make or break a movie.
You know what? They have done a really good job with these trailers. I think they learned from both Batman v Superman of showing the villain and Suicide Squad of letting it hang on the Joker of how to do a trailer. And these trailers have been really good. Now, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know that for a fact, but I have really enjoyed them.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. If I watch it Sunday, we'll give it a month's time. I don't want to be a guest all the time. Give me a month's time. And then we can come back, do a review about the Wonder Woman.
Sounds good. I like that. I like that.
Because I'm going to really watch this movie. I really watched Batman, Superman. I really tried to give it a good job.
Did you like the other DCEU films? Man of Steel and BVS and Suicide Squad?
Fell asleep during Man of Steel. Not going to lie. Batman vs. Superman, I've tried so hard. It's just really hard to call... I don't even know his name, but the Lex Luthor guy.
Oh, Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. It's really, really hard to call him Lex Luthor when he acts like Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Yeah.
And then, they shaved his head at the end. Whatever. And then Suicide Squad. Fun. But
not
bad.
Good. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Fun, but bad.
I have so much fun watching that movie.
And it sucks because... Well, Man of Steel, I don't like him as Superman. I don't like this guy as Superman.
I think he looks the part.
Come on, there's more than just looking
the
the
part.
part.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, I think he can do it. I think he can. I just think they have not given him
this will be his
material.
This will be his third movie.
Or Justice League, you mean?
Huh?
Justice League will be his third movie?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
When Justice League comes out, I'm sorry.
So, I don't know. And you know what? Maybe they're going to use the death of him in BVS to kind of rebuild what Superman is.
Possibly.
Who knows?
But, you had these bad movies, like Man of Steel. Although the Zod guy in Man of Steel.
Michael Shannon was so good.
But that sucks, because he did such a great job.
Yeah.
Then you have Batman vs. Superman. And Batfleck did such a great job. I think he's the best when it comes to being both.
Yes.
I don't think he was the best Bruce. I don't think he was really the best Batman. But he was really the best when you see him as both characters.
I think
he did such a great job.
I thought he was incredible. And when it first came out, they're like, oh, well, Ben Affleck's on set in the Batsuit changing the script. I was like, no, he's not. Y'all calm down. He's not changing the damn... You watch that movie, you're like, he was on set changing the script because he's in a whole different movie.
He did such a great job.
He did.
And then, Jared Leto's Joker...
I loved it. I'm one of the few people that... And I get it. I know why other people didn't, but I loved it.
People don't like different.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know who was different?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger was different. Mm-hmm. Just because this guy looks like the 1950s, tatted up with the hipster tats. Joker, he's like a hipster Joker with the 50s style. Yeah. He has a swagger. He's a gangster. He's literally psychotic like Ledger, the gangster like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Just kind of portrayed in the one, and it was just in a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like Jack Nicholson's movie
And the
was
problem
good.
was they marketed it as his movie when it wasn't. And so
He wasn't even
audiences-
in there that much.
Yeah, audiences wanted him more. And then like, well, we hated him because we didn't get more of him.
And then I didn't really like Will Smith as Deadshot.
Oh, I loved it. But then again, I'm a Will Smith mark.
Yeah, I am too, but it's just like it just felt like Will Smith.
Yeah, okay, all right, I can't.
Like-
but you know what? There's a Deadshot on Injustice, and it drives me nuts that it's not Will Smith. I'm like, that's not what he sounds like.
It's probably the voice actor from the CW verse. Deadshot.
He always has his mask on, so it's real
Yeah.
muffled. So,
But like these bad movies always have great characters, and so Justice League. I did watch the trailer for that as well. Looks good. I mean, DC's starting to come up the climb, but Marvel and the Marvel movies are actually. I'm not really like these past. I mean, I haven't seen Guardian of the Galaxy 2.
it's not as good as the first one, but it's good. But look, they're about to knock it out of the park. Their heavy hitters are coming up.
Oh, freaking Infinity Wars!
Before that, Spider-Man: Homecoming,
I
Thor: Ragnarok looks incredible.
How can we not? We marked the hell out. I had to call you immediately after.
It was so good. That bitch stopped the hammer and then broke it.
Yeah. I did. Oh, we work together. This is awesome.
He's a friend from work.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? You're right. I should take that comment back. Marvel's still way up here, but DC's starting to come up there.
And I think Wonder Woman is really going to turn the public eye and opinion of DC films. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, Michael Schaefer, tell the Jackass Nation where they can see you, including MPX this weekend.
Well, you could see me at MPX this Saturday taking on Michael or Marcus
Rose.
Mark Rose.
That guy.
Yeah, I'll be fighting him. I'll be destroying him. At 510 Harwood Drive, Bedford, Texas. Look up the zip code yourself because I don't know it. But
I already put it in at the beginning of the
well, then there you go, baby. There it is. But you could find me on Facebook at Michael Anthony Schaefer. Yes, that is my real name. I go by that. And then you can also find me on Snapchat and on Instagram at Mike Schaefer24. Don't really use those much, but if you want to follow a brother, follow a guy up. And then you can also find me on Twitter at ManlyManSchaefer. Haven't yet changed the @com there yet.
Yeah, you do
so
need to go change
I
that.
do need to immediately.
It takes all of like 3 seconds.
It really does. I don't even have the app on my phone anymore. Yeah, you can find me on all those things. Facebook, Michael Anthony Schaefer. Instagram, Snapchat, Mike Schaefer24. And then on Twitter, at ManlyManSchaefer.
And you will also be on another podcast here on the Jackass Nation tomorrow. Go home. We're talking Extreme Rules.
We are.
Yeah.
Man, that's double pay. Well, yeah.
You ain't getting paid for shit.
Hey,
We'll be right back.
Double zero is zero, baby.
All right.
The Jackass Nation podcast channel with shows like It Is What It Is with the Jackass, Jackass Reviews, Go Home, Jackass 1, a Star Wars podcast, and many more. Check us out at jackassnation.podbean.com.
Hey guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live. Make sure you check us out on youtube.com/SCNS Live. Every Thursday night, we got a live show for you guys. Please like the channel and subscribe to it for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. We are powered by Cinelinks.com. And as always, keep on nerding.
All right. Welcome back. I want to thank my guest, Michael Schaefer. Man, it's always a pleasure to have him on the show. All right, now it's time. We're going to jump into a little bit of some box office predictions. Now, I was a little bit off, obviously. It definitely didn't do what I exactly thought. I thought, okay, here's what I had last week. Last week I had Pirates of the Caribbean making $186 million to pull in the number 1 spot, with Baywatch coming in number 2, Aliens Covenant coming in at number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy sticking in there at number 4, and The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, whatever the new one is, coming in at number 5. And let's go ahead and pull up Box Office Mojo. Now, this is a little bit of a different kind of weekend because not only do we have the 3-day weekend, but we also had, it was a 4-day weekend. So we had, I mean, not 4 day, 3 day weekend. You know, so you have the numbers from Friday, Saturday, Sunday like normal, and then you have your numbers including Memorial Day weekend. So now what I did was, it was pretty much the same both ways around. So there was really nothing to trip it up or anything like that. But over the 3 day weekend, Guardians of the Galaxy ranked in 77. So yeah, I was way off. Pulling in not Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sorry. Pirates of the Caribbean pulled in 77. And only pulling in 62 over the 3 day. Man, I'm just messing this whole thing up, aren't I, guys? Let's try to start that again. Over the 3 day weekend, Pirates of the Caribbean pulled in 62 million, as well as 77 for the 4 day weekend. Now, worldwide, it was able to bring in I think around 200 something. Let me go ahead and pull that up right now. 324 million, pulling in 247 foreign plus the 77 domestic. So that was pretty damn big for it. And I was way the F off. I thought it was going to pull in a lot more opening weekend than it did. But Guardians of the Galaxy stuck in there at number 2 for the 3 day weekend, pulling in 20. Baywatch only pulling in 18 million opening weekend. I believe that definitely is going to give it a little bit of a hurt there. Alien Covenant pulls in 10 million, and everything is the number 5 spot with 6 million. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, only pulls in 4, enough to make that number 6 spot. So everything's something that I didn't know anything about. So I was definitely not prepared for that one to hit. Now this weekend we will have Captain Underpants and Wonder Woman hitting their full rollouts, finally hitting theaters, and obviously we're gonna go Wonder Woman for the number 1 spot. I'm gonna say Pirates sticks in there at the number 2 spot, with Captain Underpants stealing that number 3. Guardians at number 4, and Alien sticking in there a little bit for number 5. Now, Wonder Woman, what is it going to make this weekend? Well, you know, I went 186 for Pirates, and I don't know why I went 186. We're going to drop it down. We're going to drop Wonder Woman down. I still think it's going to crack 100. I think it cracks 100 million. I think we're going to get 105. That is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go 105 with it. You guys let me know what you guys are thinking for your box office predictions, and we'll talk about it. Use the hashtag IiWiIJA. Shout out your predictions. You know, guys, I love being able to sit here and talk to you guys, whether it's on It Is What It Is, or Jackass Reviews, or Go Home, or even Jackass 1, a Star Wars podcast. I love having conversations with you guys right here on the Podbean channel, on all my different podcasts, on the Jackass Nation. And being able to do that has been quite difficult, but I got to thank a lot of you guys for making it a little bit easier on me. And you know how you do that? You do that by working with Amazon, because Amazon has come to me. They've come to the Jackass Nation, and they said, hey, we want to help you out. We want to make sure to keep everything on your Podbean channel completely free of charge, so that the Jackass Nation can check out all your different shows and not have to pay a single dime to hear your opinions on whatever it is you want to talk about. All you got to do is use this link. And so what this link is, that you can find in all the description of every podcast I have, as well as on my Twitter, normally pinned to the top of the profile. Sometimes there's something else there, but I always tweet. I like to tweet it out on Tuesdays around the time I wake up. But it has the link that you click on, and it takes you to Amazon. Now, what this link does is it just takes you to Amazon. It doesn't take you to like my specific Amazon. It doesn't take you anything else. It just takes you to Amazon. Instead of typing in www.amazon.com, all you do is click this link. Maybe even go and bookmark. Once you click the link, then hit that bookmark. And then every time you go to Amazon, use that link. And whenever you buy something, Amazon says, hey, this guy bought it from the Jackass Nation link. Therefore, he is a listener of the Jackass Nation. So let's give a little bit of money back to the podcast channel so that they can continue to provide all of the content free of charge. That's right. Amazon throws back to me just because you clicked on a link and bought from there. It doesn't make anything more expensive. It's still the exact same price as it would be. There's no upcharges or surcharges or hidden fees. It's just Amazon, and they're just saying, this guy's a listener of the Jackass Nation, and they like to use Amazon, so let's give back to the Jackass Nation. Let's make sure everyone continues to get all this content absolutely free of charge. So once again, make sure to click that link in the description of this video or on my Twitter. All right, now I want to once again thank you to Zach Marchand for that new It Is What It Is logo. That is a really cool logo. I really enjoy it. It's freaking awesome. We got a lot coming up. We will have a Wonder Woman Jackass reviews. I know I did not get out the Alien Covenant or the Pirates of the Caribbean or the Baywatch Jackass reviews. I do apologize for that, guys. I was in Austin for the weekend for a wedding, which was so much fun, seeing some of my old friends and all that good stuff. So I just did not have the time to get it done, and I don't know I'm going to have time to get it done. So I do apologize for that. I promise you, I will have the Wonder Woman review up. It may not be until Tuesday of next week, but it will be up. And we will have, we will have Go Home up tomorrow afternoon. It will be, Michael Schaefer is once again joining me. We will be talking WWE Extreme Rules, which goes down this Sunday night. So it will be up tomorrow, Friday afternoon. Definitely check that out. And I will have 2 episodes of Jackass 1, a Star Wars podcast, going up this in June. So be prepared for that. Channel Control goes up every single Sunday or Monday. Don't forget to check out Channel Control on YouTube. We talk a lot of fun stuff. As well, SCNS Live tonight at 8 o'clock. As well, What the Force podcast. It is either today or tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure. Watch my social media for that. If it does end up being tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow, then I will be on the show again finally. If not, then if it's tonight, I will not be there, for I will be at SCNS Live. Once again, I want to thank my guest, Michael Schaefer. Make sure to check him out at MPX Wrestling, where it all goes down this weekend. As well, you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook, on Xbox Live, on Skype at Real Jackass BC. It's RealJackassBC. Use that Amazon link. Appreciate you all for joining the show this time. It's been fast. You hear that go home music? I'm getting up out of here. I love each and every one of you guys. And remember, it is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. Follow BC on Twitter at RealJackassBC. Subscribe on Podbean.com to Jackass Nation. And subscribe to the Offshoots Network on iTunes. Views and opinions expressed by BC do not necessarily reflect those of the Offshoots or Podbean. We'll see you next time on It Is What It Is.